Frequency tables and group frequency tables can be represented using frequency diagrams or frequency polygons, and they are used to represent continuous data. For example, height is an example of continuous data. Now, frequency diagrams look very similar to bar charts, although there does not need to be gaps in between the bars as the data it represents is continuous. This little section here is used to maximise space. So because there isn't any data between 0 and 70, that part of the axis is eliminated to make sure that we maximise the use of space on our graph. Now, frequency polygons, this polygon represents the data we have here. However, you can see the midpoint of the group is plotted to represent it. So we can see 70 to 80, our point is at 75. 80 to 90, our point is at 85, and that continues. And straight lines are used to join up our dots. If you are unsure how to find the midpoint of a group of data, you take the start point, add it to the end point and divide it by 2. Very similar to finding the midpoint of 2 values for a median. Let's look at an example. The table shows the weights in kilograms of fish. How would you draw a frequency polygon to represent this data? Well, to start off with, a good point would be to work out what the middle value is. And we can see in between 0 and 4 is 2. If we are unsure, we could add them together. So 0 plus 4 is 4, and divided by 2 gives you 2. Same for 4 to 8. 4 add 8 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. The next one would be 10, then 14, then 18, then 20. And we now use that to plot on our frequency polygon, where the x-axis is representing the weight in kilograms, and the y-axis is our frequency. We will now plot the points. First of all, we are plotting 2 with a frequency of 4. So 2 with a frequency of 4 would be here. The next is 6 with a frequency of 11. So we find 6, which is here, and we go up to 11, which is in between the 10 and the 12 there. The next is 10 and a 24. 10 is in the middle again, and we go up to 24, which is here. The next value is 14 and 22. Next is 18 and 19, which would be there. And lastly, we have 20 and 8. Now these are now all joined with a straight line. Use a ruler to do it to make sure it's nice and straight. And there we have it. This is the frequency polygon that represents the weights of fish in kilograms.